Alright lads, today's video sponsor is an Irish company called Sons. Founded in the UK in 2019 by Irish lads Will and Adrian. They're now bringing it home with their recent Irish launch and are proud to be the only company that offer home delivered hair loss solutions to Irish men. You won't be surprised to learn that 1 in 5 men start to lose their hair in their 20s. Exhibit A. And let's be honest, we've all probably had a little look at hair transplants, all that sort of stuff, but it's fucking outrageously expensive. And that's where Sons come in. Sons are a men's healthcare brand that offer clinically proven, licensed hair loss treatments for less than a cup of coffee a day. They've treated over 30,000 customers and delivered results in 9.4 out of 10 men. It's a better score than the fucking Gravediggers. Just take their 1-minute online consultation and Sons will tailor a subscription treatment plan specifically for your needs. The treatment products include a tablet, a vitamin, a spray and a shampoo. There's no contract or hidden charges and it's all delivered right to the gaff. So go to sons.ie or sons.co.uk, use the code PINTS40 to get 40% off your first order. That's €95 off a 6-month plan. Right lads, I'm in Killarney. What a spot. I'm 29 years old, I can't believe I'm saying it. My first time in Killarney. Just screams out crack, holiday, get away from normal life, escape. Just B&Bs, hotels and pubs. Pints everywhere to beat the band. I've got 5 pubs, the most recommended ones. As usual, I put it out on Instagram. I can only go to 5 lads, any more than 5 and I'll be falling home. Let's have a fucking large. It's sunny now, it was pissing rain 2 minutes ago. We've got the 4 seasons, let's have it. Okay, pub 1, the Speakeasy Bar. So I'm going in order of 5th most requested to 1st most requested. So this would have been the 5th most requested when I put it out on Instagram.
Don't take all the secrets.
It's hard to believe.
For the rail here to come through and pick up here, it's Pearl Beach.
Let's launch it lads. The GA glass. That looks pretty good. Creamy head, couple of bubbles. Head looks pretty much the perfect size, could be a tiny bit bigger. All style glass, but let's be honest, we're not going to get a single new style glass in Killarney, County Kerry, are we? Bottoms up, Slange, yeah.
It's glorious. Don't enjoy our coverage. I've absolutely loved it. As normal.
Good start as always. Had a 3-hour 40-minute drive down here. So like that, the first one is always so good. And that's why today I'm doing it in order of 5th most requested. There's about 25-30 pubs requested, but I'm doing a 5th most requested to 1st most requested. Sometimes I just kind of do it in the order of handiness, but all these pubs are within about 200-300 meters of each other in the town centre. So I'm going to experiment and see, do the pints get better and better as the list goes on, because the list is going from 5th most requested to 1st. I think I explained that enough. Really nice pub, very old style, and wooden panels along the walls. That's definitely a sign that it's quite old. Just a very cozy little front part here, and then it goes around into the back as well. Also, I hope you enjoyed the drone shots at the start of the video. I haven't done that in a long time, because every time I go to film, it's just windy or raining, and it was the same today, but I did it anyway. I know most of you probably couldn't give a bollocks about the drone shots, but I do feel like the last few videos have been a little bit kind of, I don't know, repetitive, like giving kind of similar scores, and that's not really my fault because the pints are just on a good level, but I'm trying to up the video quality slightly for this video, so let me know if I was successful. Missing just a tiny little something in the taste. Still lovely, creamy. I do feel like the standard will be very high in Killarney. But no, look, it's a good point to start. Not blowing my socks off, but it's a good point. Yeah, I can't believe 29 years of age, living in Ireland, one of the most beautiful countries in the world, and I've never been to Killarney. People always talk about it. I'm definitely going to come back on a little trip. It's literally just B&Bs and pubs. I'd say during the summer. It feels a little like a bigger dingle or something. A much bigger dingle. Right, not the geography guru, I'm the Guinness guru. Let's score this baby. Lacking a bit of richness or something, a bit of richness, creaminess. But a good pint at that. Gonna go 7.9. Can't quite give it the 8, just lacking a bit of creaminess for my liking, but a good start. 7.9, decent score. On to Jimmy Bryan's, the 4th most requested pub in Killarney. Walking down this cool little street. It's like a little estate street in the middle of Killarney village. Mangerton View or something. Shout out if you live here. But yeah, I was saying on my Instagram story, I think I've gone a bit soft with my scoring lately, and a couple of my close friends have said it to me, like, you're just throwing out 8s to beat the band, like, what story? So Killarney might have to take a bit of a brunt, as I might have to go back to my old dictator ways and just be a bit more honest with the scoring instead of trying to please everyone. But look, if the points are good, the points are good. I wanted to give that an 8 back there, but just wasn't quite there. Probably, and a lot of the points I've probably had in the last few weeks might give an 8 or an 8.1. Maybe they were more like 7.8s. And you're just giving the 8 to please people. That's bollocks. I don't care about pleasing the pub, I care about pleasing you lads. So I will get better. Don't get bitter, get better. Right lads, pub 2, Jimmy Bryan's Bar.
I'm leaving, I'm going right over a couple of days. My first stop will be
There in the press spot with your bank.
Superb. Come on, I'll just get you for now if that's right. Get you now if that's right. Are you sure?
Fine out, man. Yeah.
Can I ask the price?
460.
460, okay.
460, yeah.
Is that a general price around the town?
Max, man, you can go to 5 different places now and pay 5 different prices.
I was just in the speakeasy, it was literally 460.
460?
Yeah.
You 27.
Right lads, this pint looks absolutely unbelievable, to be fair. Jesus Christ. Perfectly settled, perfect size head, also a glass, obviously. GA glass again. The head is like velvet. There's not a single bubble in that head. Oh baby, it's actually not super cold either. That just feels like a real country old man pub Guinness. But I'll drink it. You're screaming at me going, drink it the fuck. Sláinte you. That's fucking good gear. That's a level up. That's a step up, to be fair. Oh yeah. Oh, that hits different. Absolute cream Neeson. Cream me up, Scotty. Cream of the crop. I creamed a cream of days gone by. Oh, oh, good point. Great point. Oh my god, it's like eating an ice cream. Like, anyone who drinks Guinness knows it's not The taste is always a really hard thing to explain. It's not like super tasty because it's bitter, it's rich, it's thick. But that is honestly as tasty as like I would love for someone that, if someone was having their first Guinness, that's what I would love them to experience, because it's not too bitter. There's like this really weird, ever so slight sweetness to it that I really can't explain, but I call it the ice cream effect. It's just, I really don't know how to explain it, but it's just delicious. Wow. You can see at the speed I'm drinking it, and you know the shtick is going to be good. Big, fat, thick, creamy rings. If this fucking thing will focus. There we go. No, there we go. No. There we go. Big fat rings. Fat ones. Tunes are on now. Hope you can hear me. Well, how are you? What's the crack? Mr. TikTok, that's me, yeah? I'm very well. You're not interrupting, no. What's your name?
Devon. I'm Killarney, man. Come to Billy O'Shea's at Point Out.
In Killarney or in Killarney? All right.
Do you know Billy O'Shea's football? Play for Kerry.
Right. How far is Killarney from here?
14 miles.
Right, I'll put it on the list. Yeah. What is it? Billy O'Shea's? Okay. Right. Thank you very much. You're famous now, lad. Back to this amazing pint. I'm just after saying outside, I've gone soft and I have to clamp down on the scores a bit, and Killarney might suffer. This pub is not going to suffer. I can tell you that for one thing. This pub is not going to suffer. This is one of the best pints I've had in a while. It's just a really good fucking pint. Yeah, I got a smile on my face. Like how a pint can put a smile on my face like that. I'm doing this guru thing nearly 3 years, lads. I'm definitely not out of love with it. Because I'll be honest with you, sometimes I'm like, geez, you're doing it a long time. Am I getting bored of it? And you get a pint like that and you say, fuck no. I will do this till the day I die if I could drink pints like that. Oh my God, savage pint. Oh, fuck yeah. What score am I going to give this? Oh my God, the pressure. Big fat load of cream at the end. Look at that, lads. That is a thing of beauty. God, I'm trying to compare it to past really good pints. Lads, that is a special pint. Temperature so perfect. I felt like the one in the speakeasy was slightly cold. We should actually start bringing the thermometer. Creaminess, really good. Taste, amazing. This may come as a surprise. The song in the background could not be more fitting, because I need a song to hype this score up. Ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy Bryan's Killarney 9.0 out of 10. Do not adjust your radio. Do not adjust your dial. Jimmy Bryan's, I will repeat, 9 out of 10. Gets added onto a list of only previously 3 pubs, now 4, to get over a 9 out of 10. 9.0 flat out of 10 for Jimmy O'Brien's. I can only judge the pint I get on the day, and that is an incredible pint. Right lads, pub 3, O'Connor's, 3rd most requested pub in Killarney. Right beside this shop that says Home of Guinness Killarney. Doubt you can get a pint in there though. But yeah, the O'Connor's actually, that sign there is a speakeasy, and that there is O'Connor's, so it's right down the road from the first pub. Do 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 do. Sláinte, fellas. Jeez, I nearly spilt it. Okay, we focused. It's light weird. You don't give a fuck. Drink the pint. Right, very cool pub. Got a front, kind of maybe more of a coffee vibe at the front. Back is where all the lads are, swamping pints, and then upstairs, it's more space upstairs. Again, wooden panels along the walls. The last pub, this is a little bit similar to the Speakeasy. I suppose you could say last pub, it was totally different, very like 60s, just one big dark room. You go there to kind of just get away from it all. But this is a really nice pub. Get a little bit more of a younger kind of vibe off this place. Not saying it's a younger pub, but I'm not really sure. To be honest, it's fairly similar to the first pub. You can tell by my reaction, it's not blowing my dick off like the one I just had. I'm trying to get over that. That's in the past. I'll think about that in my dreams tonight. But for now, I gotta give Teddy O'Connor's a fair shot. It's similar to the one in the Speakeasy. I do think it's better than the Speakeasy, but yeah, it's decent gear. But unfortunately, it's following a top 4 pint I've ever had in my life. So tough, as they say in the biz, tough act to follow. Listen, still a very good pint. It's actually very tasty as well. Very tasty. We're definitely, it's safe to say we're in the 8s. Teddy O'Connor, if you're watching, pal, you're in the 8s. Yeah, sound young staff. Classic joke of pint of Murphy's, is it? Unbelievable banter. And I said, no, pint of Island's Edge. I can't stand seeing these in pubs, and they're everywhere. It's worse than the COVID. It's an epidemic. Pandemic is worldwide. An epidemic, I think, is countrywide. Island's Edge, coasters, merchandise. And you know what the funny thing is? I'm a man who's been to plenty of pubs in the last few months. I have not gone in and seen one man drinking a pint of Island's Edge. Everyone's still drinking their Guinness. And I'm sure all the people at Cork and wherever else in the south are still drinking their Murphys and their Beamish. Also, the young lads who, the whole idea of Island's Edge was to try aim at the young market, the 18 to 25. Like I said before, they were 10 years too late, because 18-year-olds now are drinking Guinness because it's cool. I'm not saying, not giving myself the credit, but because of social media, Guinness, having a pint of Guinness in your hand on a night out is deemed cool with the kids now. Not that I know what's cool with the kids, but you know what I mean? So Island's Edge, Heineken, fair play, but like I said before, 10 years too late. Not 20 or 30, literally, if you brought that out in 2012, you could have done well, because kids would have said, stout was rotten, I'll drink this Island's Edge stuff. But kids like Guinness now. Anyway, Killarney, how have I not been here before? Just such a fun feel off the place. It's fun, it's vibrant, it's old school. There's 4,000 pubs in the place. What more could you ask for? I mean, this is a really good pint. I will happily give this an 8.2 out of 10. Really good pint, lovely. Would sit here all day, all week long drinking them. Wouldn't move from the place. 8.2, great score. Right lads, The Laurels pub, the second most requested pub in all of Killarney. It'd want to be good. Some into American accents around, it's gas.
Quiet at the moment.
I know, yeah.
Not compared to the last 2 nights.
Oh, is it? Is that right? Are you serious? Would have just thought weekends would be mad. Right, lads, the Laurels, the second most requested pub for Guinness in all of Killarney. I have a gentleman sitting across from me saying it's the only place he drinks Guinness in the whole town, so it must be good. In fairness, not a single bubble in the head. Old style glass, of course, wouldn't expect to see any sort of a new style glass in Killarney. Head is the perfect size. Feels a little bit colder than possibly normal, maybe a degree or two. But yeah, it looks borderline like the perfect pint. I know there's stuff kind of flashing in the background and all, but you can see my face, that's all that matters. Sláinte, that head looks like velvet, to be fair.
Yeah, it's $2.
That's thick, that's rich. The man is staring at me. If you could give it a score out of 10, what would you give it? Can't give it a 10.
I give it a 9 then.
A 9?
An 8 or a 9.
8 or a 9? Fair enough.
I wouldn't go worse than that. 8 or a 9.
Yeah, I get you. Your man here is saying there's be mad full of Americans in here. But they did say the Laurels and JM Reedy's were the two places that, especially JM Reedy's, that I was going to just get pure tourism, the Yanks, as they call them, the Yanks. But anyway, good point. It is very cold though, that's what I would say.
How are we doing? Dennis. Hello, Roy. How are you?
Kind of gate crashing this table. There's a few lads around. Busy old pub. Definitely the busiest pub I've been in today. The coldness, it's not a problem when you're drinking it, but holding it. Remember I kept saying in London you could barely hold the pint because it was cold, but it's not freezing. It's not like Guinness extra cold like they have in the UK. It's good gear, but it's probably a little bit below the standard I've had in the last couple of spots. Shtick isn't going to be great. No creamy rings. Glass was clean, don't get me wrong. Pretty decent pint. A little bit cold for my liking. It's not far off the one in the Speakeasy. But I'm going to go 7.8 out of 10. I'm saying that kind of low because the lad in front of me said it's a 9 out of 10, but not for me. Still a good, respectable score, 7.8. Was expecting better. Right, lads, JM Reedy's, the most requested pub in Killarney. I'm gonna go in, total open mind. A lot of people messaging me saying that place is just for tourists, don't bother, it's just a popular pub. But look, it was by a good bit the most requested pub in Killarney, and I have to give it a fair shake. You know, bud. Right, lads, JM Reedy's, the most requested pub in all of Killarney. Well, I was sipping and I'll talk to you. Sláinte. I wouldn't say no bubbles in the head, some very small bubbles in the head, not as dense as I would like. I do like the fact that he gave it to me as it was settling, he gave it to me right away. I got time to look at it, appreciate it. Head is a pretty good size, just above the harp, possibly a tiny bit big, but no, pretty good size. Bit of domage on it. Haven't really seen much, haven't really been commenting on the domage today. I don't know, is that me being a bit rusty? I haven't done one of these videos in a few weeks. But anyway, JM Reedy's most requested pub in all of Killarney. Sláinte. Pub 5 of 5. Okay, before I comment on the pint, I'm very surprised. I thought this, when I went into Laurel's, I kind of understood the whole people saying it's like a touristy place because they were doing food. There's a lot of American accents in there. I come into Reedy's here and it's like real old school, old man. I'm in the snug. You could argue maybe, like I'll show you this stuff. This sort of stuff could possibly suggest maybe trying to look old school. You know, when you have like the biscuit tins and all. But no, this, to be honest with you, this place really reminds me of like Curran's or like Dick Mack's in Dingle. You walk in, on the right hand side is a really bright snug, and then just a big old pub in the back. So the whole, like, I understand why this would be a tourist spot because it's such a Kerry looking pub, but it's definitely not full of tourists like the Laurel's was. So I thought it was quiet when I went in. On further inspection, I went to take a piss out the back. There is about 200 people in there eating food and all. So also, this is the problem with, I never know what order to do the pubs, because if I do the most recommended first and the 5th most recommended last, I personally, like a lot of people say, oh, the pints probably get better as the day goes on. I find it the opposite. I find the first pint always tastes the best. If I went to one pub and had 5 pints, I personally think the first pint would taste the best and the 5th pint would taste the worst. So you wouldn't know what to be doing. Should I go to the most recommended pub first? And then, is that an unfair advantage? I don't know. It's like seeds, like seeding the pints. But this pint is good. But like I said, the head has a lot of like really small bubbles in it, so it's not, doesn't have that sort of velvety, creamy look like the pint in Jimmy Bryan's would have had, and even the pint in Teddy O'Connor's had that real thick head on it. Also, the glass was clean, but doesn't look like we're gonna have much shtick at all, to be honest with you. Yeah, shout out to a fella called Emmett, who was messaging me all day saying, when are you gonna be in town? And again, I met him in here and he was bang on, having a crack there, chatting away. But anyway, what are we saying about this pint? Look, lads, I'm having daydreams here of Jimmy O'Brien's. Why do I call it Jimmy O'Brien's when it's literally called Jimmy Bryan's? This is good, but it's like, I'm trying to get inside the mind of my followers who are recommending these pubs. It's a really cool pub, but like, there's no way this is the best Guinness in Killarney. So why does this get recommended the most? I literally put it up as, what is the best pint of Guinness in Killarney? Give me recommendations. But I don't know, maybe there could be the odd American commenting, being like, I was there whenever I went in there, it was a good pint. I don't know, I really don't know. But it's the only way I can do it, lads. There's no other system I can think of, unless I drive down to the town in the morning and round up all the outlad locals. That would be the best way. If I could ask every man in the town over the age of 60 and get a census going and be like, what's the best pint of Guinness in the town? But I don't have that at my disposal. So the only way I can do it is the new age of asking people on Instagram. And the only fair way I can do it is giving a top 5 most requested to 5th most requested, and just do it in that order. Grand. Not blowing my socks off at all. Shtick is fairly minimal. I'll be honest, I think this is going to be the worst score of the 5, even though it was the most requested. grand pint, but not doing a whole lot for me. Look, the head is staying to the end, but like I said, there's all these micro bubbles in the head that just really make it that it's not that thick, rich and creamy, which is what we're looking for in a pint of Guinness. Yeah, grand. I'm gonna go like 7.6. Good pint. Nothing to really complain about, but nothing to write home about either. Right lads, just out of JM Reedy's. On further inspection, I thought it was quiet when I went in. On further inspection, I went to take a piss out the back. There is about 200 people in there eating food and all. So I actually like the fact that they have the quiet pub set up at the front, and then you go around the back, and that's where people are eating the food. Whereas in the Laurel's place, everywhere you looked, people were just eating food, and there was a smell of food. Like, I just find you can't really enjoy a pint of Guinness if there's just a stink of food around the place. So to be fair to Reedy's, front bar is quiet, just pints. I presume they don't serve food there. Back of the whole place is huge, apparently there's nightclub and all there. That's why it's so popular. That's where the food is served. But anyway, Killarney, very impressed. Jimmy Bryan's just blew my absolute balls off in terms of standard of pint. I cannot believe how good the pint was in there. Probably the smallest pub I was in as well, and it's always a good sign. Not a pub that's trying to impress anyone, they just serve good Guinness and they don't give a fuck. So Killarney, it's been real, it's been great. I'll see you in the next video. Shout out to Sons for sponsoring the video. Make sure you check them out. First link in the description. See you in the next one, lads.